Hey y'all, my space is a mess. You have somebody else's space that's a mess? You hear the fountain? I love that fountain. So I still haven't figured out how to crop those videos. The ones that only uploaded to 3 minutes, but I didn't crop them when I tried to upload them. Wonder what's up with that. I hope everyone's doing well today. I worked a long day. I mean, I was at my place of employment from 9 to like 9:30. I don't really consider my job work. I love what I do. I hang out with my friends. You guys hanging out with your friends? So, the messages I have for you today. I was getting some downloads while I was at work since I was there from 9 a.m. to 9:30. Someone that you know might work long hours. And they might actually work, like hard labor. So when they come home, they might not want to do anything at all. And I'm not talking about like a chef or a waitress. Perhaps somebody that's in landscaping. They might actually do physical labor all day long, maybe in the sun. Earth. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more etheric spiritual aspects of nature. Reminds me of a crystal grid. Those crystal grids that people make. I always wanted to do that. And I always wanted to go to the Tucson Crystal and Gem Show. And I lived in Tucson for a year. And I absolutely loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. But I'm back here in good old PA where the Sasquatches live. You see this? And eat pizza. Everyone's frumpy because you have to have at least 20 to 30 extra pounds on you to stay warm in the winter. Shout out to Venice Pizza. Woo hoo. Can you see that? Venice Pizza. A favorite pizza. Someone may have lost something out of their pockets. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe a hoodie pocket. Integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourself, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize and balance symphony of life. Someone like a symphony? I love a good symphony. Been to quite a few of them. The last one I went to, it was so beautiful, I was crying. It was wonderful. Now, the person I went with, not such a wonderful person. I'm just kidding. God love him. God bless him. God only knows what kind of trouble he's into now. Maybe you guys know someone that's in trouble in your life. I mean, I just drove by his house the other day because he came to work looking for me. Saw this crazy ass sign on his door. I don't even know. Like, that he wasn't allowed at, like, all these crazy different places. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I won't be surprised if the man's in jail. He's gonna need a miracle. Maybe someone in your life needs a miracle. The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Bottom of the deck, prosperity. Anything is possible. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches of the whole universe and what it provides. Somebody in your life sing at a symphony. Prosperity again. Maybe somebody will be prosperous singing. And there's not too much singing that goes on at a symphony, but at times there is. Transition. Someone ready to transition and integrate things into their life differently. The frequency of transition supports our deep understanding of every changing nature of existence in our lives. We can learn to let go, surrender the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. Does somebody like you to read to them? Maybe you're not the best reader, but they just like to hear your voice and the words and the vibration of it. Does someone want to hear you read? I love to listen to people read. One person specifically used to read to me that I just love to listen to. I wonder what he's doing right now. So I had a friend come over the other day, and he told me that his friend told him that he's supposed to find something that reminds him of her and bring it to her, and he's going to know when he sees it. So he's telling me this story, right? And he's saying how she likes dragonflies. So he's going to give her the dragonfly along with these beautiful things. My friend has an accent. Maybe you know somebody that has an accent that you're not used to hearing, and it's funny. So he's going to give her those two crystals, the dragonfly, and this other deck of cards here. I'm going to wrap it up all cute. Someone might smoke cigarettes, like, in the house. Like, it's a different smell. Like, it's like when it gets into the clothes and the hair, and, like, it gets into, like, everything. Like, it's a different kind of cigarette stench. Someone might have something like that going on, and they can't stand it. Or, like, they just moved into a house, and, like, the walls are yellow from, like, a cigarette smoker. And you, like couldn't give, like, you had to buy this house. Like, you couldn't give it another thought because of just whatever it may have been that you wanted to have it for. If it was location, the price, the neighbors, the school district, whatever it may have been. Someone may have been a heavy smoker, and, like, now that you're in there, you might be like, oh God, this is terrible. Like, is this ever going to, like, go away? I knew a family, which was kind of like, it was like my husband's family, and they moved into this beautiful neighborhood, and they had that problem. It was so crazy. They did like 5 coats of, like, special paint, and it was still coming through the walls. Like, I guess it's like the nicotine or whatever. So somebody might be having that issue or can't stand it in someone's hair. Like they can't stand that smell in someone's hair or clothes, or they have to work with them and it's just like making them sick. That might be pertinent for somebody. I was getting a bunch of downloads too, like at work. I was like thinking all day I needed to do readings, but I was there for so long. And then in the car on the way here, and of course, you know, I can't write anything down in the car on the way here. So we'll see if we can remember some of them. Turquoise stones and I don't know what I think that's exactly called. I want to say tiger's eye, but it's like brown and shiny. If I find out the name of it, I'll let you guys know in my next video. Those might be significant. Someone might wear like that Indian color turquoise and have a lot of that Indian jewelry that I mean, a lot of ladies around here always wore it. In Pennsylvania, we'd always have it at like the fairs. They would sell it, the Indians around here. Perception. And I'm talking about like the authentic Indians, like the native Indians would have like powwows and stuff around here and drum circles and that kind of thing. Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real, to take good, hard, deep looks at. I feel like I want to move on to this deck. This is the deck I'm going to give. I made this little gift pack for my friend's friend. He told me her name and I can't remember it. That's terrible. Par for the course with me. Comes with the territory. So this is the Life Purpose Oracle deck. And I was just talking about the Tucson Crystal and Gem Show. I write songs. And I just put a song to music. And it talks about the Tucson Crystal and Gem Show. AOMC is my music name, if you will. I like to write songs. Just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock when I said that. That might be significant for someone. So this beautiful crystal ball. My phone says it's going low. I don't know if that makes a difference for you guys, but maybe that's significant for someone. Maybe someone's telling you that their phone's always low or dying or it was dead or something. That's not. And you know it's not. Stop letting them play you. Anyways, crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. As I was just talking about. Tucson Crystal and Gem Show. I think it's going on right now. The Tucson Crystal and Gem Show. Whoa. Someone you know might be in Tucson right now at that Crystal and Gem Show. They might be a speaker. Their life purpose may include oration. Oration means to speak out of your mouth. Maybe they're traveling to the Tucson Crystal and Gem Show. Maybe they don't live there. Maybe they're taking notes while they're there. Maybe they flew there and they're waiting at an airport. They could be an author. I know I went to this really cool book show when I was in Tucson. It was so great. I didn't even know what was happening. I was just like, oh my gosh, there's books where? The whole campus? Oh, I was in my glory. You have no idea. I love books. And for the love of literacy, I couldn't get enough of them. I just walked around all day and I don't even think time existed. It was great. But someone you might know might be an author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Someone might need to write some things down. Might not even have to be a book. It might have to be something like their advance directive, their will. Someone might need to have that conversation. It's so weird because, like, we just in my town, God love this child, young boy, was on drugs. It's not, I'm not joking. I would not ever joke around about something like this. This is a true story. I hate to say it, but someone might need to make some decisions on what they need to do to be protected in case they have to deal with, God forbid, that death. It says you are safe and supported while you change careers. But what I'm seeing is somebody needs to make sure they have the conversation with whoever they need to about something like that. Because we just had a weird situation happen in my town, and it is like flying all over the town, and it's so disturbing. We had a young boy, I guess did drugs, from the rumors around town. I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't there. But I do know this much is true. He jumped in the fryer at the Olive Garden, and like some of you were laughing or like being like, no, she's lying, that didn't happen. Like somebody may have told you something that it sounded so unbelievable that you were like, there's no way that happened. It did. You might be like, he's lying, he wanted to get out of something. That story is true. I promise you, I would not make something like that up. A young boy in my town jumped in the Olive Garden fryer, the hot oil. And the rumor is he was on drugs, PCP, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, drugs aren't a joke, first of all. Second of all, someone might need to get their advanced directives, will, afterlife stuff in order sooner than one may have thought. Another thing, someone might be having a psychosis, like a drug-induced psychosis, someone you know. Just my intuition is telling me that about this young kid. He may have taken a drug and it induced some kind of psychosis. I was a nurse for 10 years at LPN at our local 3 hospitals in the float pool. I worked on 8 different units, scrub for C-sections, 3 different hospitals. I've seen a lot of drug-induced psychosis. Also, when people have a baby, they go through psychosis. Maybe someone just had a baby and they have postpartum depression and they're not sure how to handle it. And the man's not sure how to handle it. If that's going on in your family, someone should just step in very quietly, politely. Just someone that is very soothing and doesn't have much to say. Just kind of hang out at the house. You know, just don't do anything except for if they just need you or you tune in. But don't like hover or be like, I came here to like, you do this, you do that. I'm going to take care of the baby. Don't do any of that. Just let your presence, your calm presence, be known that you're there in case they need you. That's all they need. That will be enough to soothe their worriedness and their postpartum depression and the hormones and feelings they can't make sense of right now after they just had a baby. Children. Someone might have multiple children, and this is another child that they just had, and they may have never had postpartum depression before, and now it happened with this child. And it's just, my child just messaged me as I said that. So maybe that's, my son's name is Miles. I have 2 boys and 2 girls, and I had postpartum depression. I didn't even really know it. I had a great grandmother-in-law, I guess you would call her. She was very calm like that. She would come over, and I didn't sweep my floors for like 2 months after I had a baby. And I had 4 dogs. So it was crazy. She came over and swept like this much dog hair off. of my floor. So quietly, nonchalantly, unjudgmentally, just sweetly and sacredly and just calming and just great grandmother's energy. Her name was Gigi, Maxine. And just by her doing that just soothed me. Just the fact knowing she was there, not even making any noise, just pushing that small little like Swiffer broom. I couldn't even hear it. But then when I walked in the room, I was just like, no dog hair. Yeah, I had 4 dogs before I had 4 kids. So like when it would rain, I'd have to wipe like 16 paws off when they come in. Mud everywhere. What a joke. And then I had 4 kids. That was interesting. We had a lot of fun though. It was the best times of my life. It was crazy. And my friends would come visit me because I had 3 kids in 4 years. And I had these 4 dogs. And my friends would come visit me. And for these short, tiny little periods, like an hour, and they'd be like, okay, we're going to go, Lindsay. Like, I could tell they were like, your life's too crazy. You have these 3 crazy kids and these 4 crazy dogs. Like, we're out. All my girlfriends that would call me while I was pregnant for 3 years. And were like, hey, we're drunk at the bar. Come pick us up. And I was like, okay. Had some crazy experiences then. One time I went to this bar, pick up my girlfriends, 8 months pregnant. I'm waiting out front of the bar. I kid you not. They opened the door and tossed this guy out. The name of the bar was The Pub. And I'm sober as can be. Big and pregnant. Waiting in the car. Outside for my friends. They wanted me to testify. Yep. Because I was the only sober one that directly happened in front of me. Because I'm sober and pregnant. And I just came there to pick up my drunken friends. Food for thought. Anyways, my girlfriend, Kiara, not my friend that's a female, I should say. I don't want anyone to get confused. I'm strictly dickly. She always said that I'd get it in my quick intermissions in between my 3 children because I breastfed them all and I didn't have very much time in between all of them because I had 3 and 4 years. She always said, hey, Lindsay, you took the time to get it in very quickly in your short intermissions of not being pregnant. That's probably how I got pregnant again. No, I'm just kidding. My first 3 kids were planned. My 4th one wasn't, but my first 3 were. Maybe that's significant for somebody. Maybe somebody's having an unplanned child when they planned them all, and maybe they're older and don't know what the hell they're going to do. Oh, hey, girl, you're going to have a blast, trust me. You are. You might feel old and tired. I have a friend that I work with. He's like my age, like 42, might be a few years older, just had a baby. He was just telling me about chasing this little baby around 12 months old, maybe younger. It might even be like 9 to 12 months, walking, when they first start walking. And he had the baby all weekend long. And he said, oh my gosh, Lindsay, he said, I just had to run around and chase the baby the whole time, but he loved it so much. So if that's something you're worried about, being older and having a baby, you're going to love it. It's going to be like you weren't even that 40 years old. It's going to be like you were 20. Believe it or not, as soon as you have that baby, you're going to feel young again. I promise. So if you're thinking about anything like, you know, giving it up or having an abortion, or you're thinking I'm too old, it's going to have Down syndrome, it's not. Don't worry about those things. Get that out of your head right now. Don't even go there. God gave you that baby. It's going to be happy, healthy, and you are going to feel happy and healthy and younger after you have it. So, with that being said, I love you guys. I'm signing off for now. Nurse Lindsay, love you.